If you've ever watched the Olympics, then you've definitely heard the Chinese national anthem. It sounds proud and free, just like today's increasingly powerful China. But where did this song come from? The national anthem of the People's Republic of China is 义勇军进行曲, literally meaning March of the Righteous Brave Army, and is commonly translated into English as March of the Volunteers. March of the Volunteers was composed by Chinese revolutionary and songwriter Tian Han in 1934. The song contains strong patriotic lyrics such as, quote, "Use our flesh and blood to build our new Great Wall." To understand why such lyrics were used, we need to understand the history of China at that time. In 1911, Sun Yat-sen's Tongmenghui successfully overthrew China's last imperial dynasty. A republican government was promised to the Chinese people, desperate for a sense of order after decades of backwards policies had struck China with poverty. Former warlord Yuan Shikai declared himself the emperor in 1915 and set the country into a period of civil war between many different factions. The country would only be united when the Kuomintang, led by Sun Yat-sen's successor Chiang Kai-shek, emerged victorious and set up the new nationalist government. However, the violence was yet to stop. Up to this point, Chinese communists such as Mao Zedong and Zhou Enlai had collaborated with the Kuomintang due to their shared desire to see a united China under a strong government. However, in 1927, Chiang decided that the communists were too large of an internal threat and massacred more than 20,000 suspected communist sympathizers. Therefore, Mao and the now separate Chinese Communist Party embarked on what is called the Long March, in which the Chinese Red Army retreated from Fujian province to a city in the mountains called Yan'an, where they would set up their revolutionary base. The communists were subject to extreme bombardment by the Kuomintang military, and throughout the country, famine raged as chaos and civil war ensued. However, this civil war would take a pause when Imperial Japan invaded China proper. Kuomintang and Communist Party united to defend China from the Japanese invaders, with the Kuomintang carrying out most of the heavy battles and the Communist Party launching guerrilla attacks behind Japanese lines. The Chinese people suffered heavily through all this fighting, being targeted by both the Japanese soldiers and sometimes even their own Chinese army. So how does this tie back to March of the Volunteers? March of the Volunteers was written in 1934, in the darkest hours of Chinese history. Did you know that the life expectancy of a Chinese person in 1934 was just a little bit over 30 years, and people lived in near medieval conditions? Therefore, the people needed hope in their lives, that China would one day rise again, and so the movie Children of Troubled Times was created, which featured March of the Volunteers. Children of Troubled Times had strong patriotic themes that were meant to inspire a sense of unity among the Chinese people and urge them to stop fighting each other and start fighting the Japanese who occupied Manchuria. When the People's Republic of China was established in 1949, March of the Volunteers was made the national anthem. Except for a few years during the Cultural Revolution, it has remained China's national anthem ever since. March of the Volunteers has been played at every milestone in China's rise, and to this day inspires hope and unity in Chinese people everywhere, forever an enduring symbol of how far we have come since the dark days it was written in.